Hey guys, it's Keeley, and today I'm going to be doing my Booktubeathon Tbr. Booktubeathon this year is from July 18th through the 24th. This will be my second year to do it, and last year was so much fun. I've been waiting all year for Booktubeathon to come back around. I absolutely crushed it, and I completed all 7 reading challenges, and I had read more in 1 week than I ever had. I don't know if that'll happen again this time, but we will see. There's no guarantees. But I'm very excited for all the books that I have planned to read, so I will tell you the challenges and the book that I chose to correlate with that, so let's get into it. The first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover, so I chose Happy Face by Stephen Emond. Obviously, this has yellow everywhere. It's basically just yellow, so I thought it would be perfect for this. I have been interested in reading this book for a while. I'm not sure in this moment what it's about, but I have met Stephen Emond, and this book actually has like illustrations and stuff which are all drawn by him, and it just sounds very fascinating, and the format just looks very fascinating, and I'm just very excited to read this, and the cover is beautiful and I absolutely love it. So yeah, this will be the first book I pick up for the Booktubeathon. Challenge number 2 is very interesting, and that is to read a book only after sunset. And I normally read my books throughout the day and just relax, and watch TV or Netflix at night. So I have chosen a smaller book for this challenge. So because there's not that many hours after sunset anyway, so I felt like a smaller book would be perfect for this. So I chose The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. This is like a whole big series, and within the past year, Booktube has started reading them, and I remember growing up and watching these movies and absolutely loving them. And I have the first 3 books, so I thought it was about time to get to them. And let me see, there's like 228 pages, so I thought it would be a perfect read for after sunset because it's not too big, and I should probably get through this one really fast because short, cute, contemporary. I'm gonna fly through this one. So this is the book that I chose for the challenge, to read a book after sunset. Challenge number 3 is to read a book you discovered through Booktube. Now this book does not look like it would be good for a readathon, but I assure you it is, and that book is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I remember Jesse the Reader talking about this book, and I was immediately interested in this book and this author because of the way he writes, and the spines and the covers are beautiful. And I know what you're thinking, this book is massive, but let me tell you, a lot of it is like illustrations, so it's not much to worry about. This is very difficult to hold, but yeah, there are some like chapters and stuff in here, but yeah, the majority of it I feel like is illustrations. So that's why I chose this one, because I have been meaning to read it. I discovered it through Booktube, and even though it doesn't look like it would be good for a readathon, I know that it will be, and I'm very excited for this. Let me just show you what it looks like underneath. I am obsessed with it. Let me just tell you that. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one, and I've heard great things through Booktube, so that is what I'm reading for this challenge. Challenge number 4 is to read a book by one of your favorite authors. Now, I personally have a ton of favorite authors, and so this one is an author where I have read all the books that I own by him except for this one, so I decided to pick it up, and that is 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith is the writer of the Wingard duology, which I have read, and it is one of my favorite duologies ever, and I absolutely love his writing style, so I figured it was about time to pick up some more of his books. I know he has written others, but I haven't read those, but I thought this would be a perfect one to start reading afterwards, and it is designed beautifully as well. Like, the dust jacket is very cool, and I really like it. I was not expecting that when I bought it, but I love the cover, and I just love Andrew Smith and his writing and his stories, and I'm very excited to get to this one because I have been meaning to read all of his other books, so I will check this one off my list. Challenge number 5 is to read a book that is older than you, and I am 20 years old right now, so that means I have to read a book that was published before 1995, and this book was published in 1865, so that is 130 years older than me, so I think it qualifies for this challenge, and that is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. This is a bind-up of both novels, but I'm probably only going to be reading the first one, and so it's only like 100 something pages. It's less than 200. I have this beautiful Barnes & Noble classic edition. I'm not sure what the exact title of these editions are called, but it's absolutely beautiful. I have never read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I am wearing an Alice necklace right now, but I have never read the book, so I'm very excited to read this one. It is older than me, and it is a children's book, so it should fly by very, very quickly. Challenge number 6 is to read a book to movie adaptation and then watch the adaptation. So this one was a little difficult for me to choose because a lot of the book to movie adaptations, I have already read the book and I own the movie and I just didn't want to have to reread that book, or I own the book, have read the book, but I didn't own the movie, and so like it was just a whole mess of problems. So the one I decided to pick is a book that I have already read, but it is my favorite book ever, so I thought it was about time for a reread, and it is perfect for a readathon, and that is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I have this movie, I love the movie, I love the book, like I said, it is my favorite book. If you haven't picked it up, I highly recommend that you do. It is about the 50s era and Greases and Socias and like social classes, and just I love it. I love it so much. I love the 50s. I love this story, and it's so good. I want everyone to read this. It is a modern classic, so that might turn people off a little bit, but let me tell you, it does not read like a classic at all. It is beautiful, and the writing is just amazing, and the storyline and the characters, I love it. So I'm very excited to read this one and watch the movie yet again. And the 7th challenge, as always, is to read 7 books. So right now I have 6 on my TBR, not including Through the Looking Glass. So I decided to pick a book that I have been meaning to read for so long, and that I have just been putting off, and that is Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. All I know is that someone named Will Grayson meets another guy named Will Grayson. I love both of these authors. This is my last John Green book that I have to read, so I am very sad about that. It is kind of bittersweet because I have been wanting to read another one of his books that I haven't read for a while, and this is the only one left, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up during this readathon. I thought it was the perfect time, and I am very excited for it. So those are all the books that I have planned for the Booktubeathon this year. Let me know down below if you're planning on participating and what your TBR, link your TBR videos down below. I love watching Booktubeathon Tbr so much. I'm very interested to see what everyone picks for these challenges. I will be leaving the YouTube channel down below for the Booktubeathon so you can get all the information if you're curious. I highly recommend participating if you're thinking about it. It is so much fun. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!